Ooh, yeah, it was rotten. That was not a good evening. We were the next match, me and Billy, versus
each other, I think.
Yeah, I think it was each other. I think you're right, because we were standing over there talking about the match. That's right, it was each other. And I see I'd already been to war and seen a lot of shit by then. When they wheeled him back, there was a lady sitting on top of his chest trying to start his heart with resuscitation, trying to get his heart started again. And I just looked at Billy. I was crying. I just looked at him. I said, "What are we supposed to do, man? He's dead." And he said, "No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine." And I said, "No, they don't try to start your heart unless your heart is stopped." You know what I mean? So right now he's dead. I saw him go by dead. And I said, "What?" And he said, "Please, please." He just grabbed me and said, "Please, let's get through this match, and then we'll find out what happened, and we'll take care of it from there." And we got through it. We went short. We went about 4 minutes short. It was just...
How hard was it to go out there and try and just remember spots and just do what you planned?
Yeah, it was. We screwed up all kind of stuff. Yeah, and you know what? And the fans were not into it at all. The fans were still going, I can't believe what I just saw. And so it was very awkward for everybody in that arena. You know what I mean? It was really awkward, especially for us trying to carry on the show, with that just happening. And I don't know if you remember the next day or not, but they said you can do whatever you want. You don't even have to wrestle if you don't want to. You don't even have to go out. We're going to make up a show, and you tell us if you'll do it or not. And so they put me versus Godfather, and that's when I went out there and said my infamous, let's go burn one and tell some Owen stories.
Point at the ceiling.
Yeah. I said he was the only guy that I ever saw in my life who used the business for his benefit. Didn't let the business use him. You know what I mean? Because it does. It uses everybody, and it didn't use him. He used it, and it was a beautiful thing, man.
Everyone asked the question, so we'll ask it too. Do you think the show should have went on that night?
You know what? It's such a difficult call to make because the truth of it is the old adage, the show must go on or whatever, But that adage they call it an adage because it started way back when, when people maybe were, I don't know if they were different than they are now or what, but they that's a hard call to make, man. Do you just shut your thing down? Do you just shut it down and go, okay, But the people, I think the only reason is the people, nobody really knew he was dead. I think maybe me and maybe a couple other people realized he was gone because, I've seen people gone before and I knew that they didn't start trying to get your heart started. I mean, that's common sense almost. But people don't think about it. So I think maybe a lot of people didn't know he was dead. You know what I mean? Maybe a lot of people thought it was part of the show. Maybe a lot of people thought it was, I don't know. If they saw it live, I don't know how I didn't see it live, and I've never seen it, and I never want to see it.
Right.
But he's the only wrestler, other than myself, that has an 8x10 framed picture in my house. It's Owen Hart, because he was a hell of a guy. I spent the last 6 months of his life with him. Me and him and Jeff Jarrett traveled everywhere together. We were inseparable, and he was great.